This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
We were strangers, starting out on a journey. Never dreaming what we'd have to go through. Now here we are, and I'm suddenly standing at the beginning with you.
No one told me I was going to find you. Unexpected, what you did to my heart. When I lost hope, you were there to remind me this is the start. And life is a road and I wanna keep going. Love is a river I wanna keep flowing. Life is a road now and forever, wonderful journey. I'll be there when the world stops turning. I'll be there when the storm is through. In the end, I wanna be standing at the beginning with you.
We were strangers on a crazy adventure.
Never dreaming how our dreams would come true. Now here we stand, unafraid of the future. At the beginning with you. And life is a road and I wanna keep going. Love is a river I wanna keep flowing. Life is a road now and forever, wonderful journey. I'll be there when the world stops turning. I'll be there when the storm is through. In the end, I wanna be standing at the beginning.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Global Village. I'm your host, Consul Buddy Kunanan. Now, on this show, we take you around the world. You meet interesting people, visit amazing places. We also talk about topics and issues that impact the global community. Another thing we like to do on Global Village is we like to show the connectivity of Filipinos to the international community. And tonight is a very nice show because we are featuring a very interesting project being carried out by the Japanese government. It's a cruise ship that is host to about 300 young people from all over the region, and it goes on a friendship and goodwill tour to many ports of call all around Asia. And it's called the Ship for Southeast Asian and Japanese Youth Program, or SIEP for short. And joining me to talk about this for our first segment is Aaron Tolentino, and he is the board secretary of SEAP International Philippines, and himself a delegate once upon a time, a few years ago, to this very special ship, friendship love boat.
Good evening po.
Good evening, Aaron, and welcome to Global Village.
It's nice to be here po, and thank you for inviting us over.
No, pleasure, and I'm so glad you're here. Alam mo, Aaron, this is a nice program because I've heard about this ship. Matagal ko nang naririnig to. Siguro 20, 25 years ago, I already heard about this ship. Some friends of mine naging participants dito. And then, so now is the first time I'm really diving into the topic para pag-usapan natin. Ano ba tong friendship boat? Dati tinatawag pang friendship boat. Ngayon, love boat. But we'll explain bakit naging love boat to when Roy Roberto joins us later. Okay, Engineer Roy Roberto. Okay, let's talk about your background first, Aaron. You are board secretary ng SEAP International Philippines.
Yes.
What is this about? Your position? What do you do as board secretary for SEAP?
Actually, beginning in 2007, nalikha yung SEAP International Philippines. It's a way to convene the alumni at para maging support group ng SEAP country programs and other related activities. No? Being a board secretary, I am involved in writing the minutes of the meeting and correspondences at safekeeping ng lahat ng documents ng organization in support of the larger goal ng buong association.
Very nice. And then aside from this, I understand you're also with the Department of Education. Anong ginagawa mo for DepEd?
Yes, I am currently the Senior Education Program Specialist ng Department of Education Division of City Schools Manila, and I'm under the School Governance and Operations Division, which we ensure that all the support system ay maibibigay outside the curriculum. Let's say, for example, yung mga partnerships and linkages, monitoring and evaluation, mga planning and research, school health and education facilities. We are there to ensure na ito ay nasa maayos na kondisyon para hindi maapektuhan yung pagkatuto ng mga bata sa schools.
It sounds like malaki yung responsibilidad mo,
Yes,
Aaron.
opo. Medyo po. But ano naman marami naman din sa office na nagtutulong-tulong to attain those tasks.
And as we see, from your background, and later we'll meet Roy sa ating second segment, we'll really see how itong Love Boat, International Friendship Boat,
Friendship
really
boat, yeah.
brings together, di ba, people from different walks of life, iba't ibang advocacy, iba't ibang profession, di ba, coming together to be part of this wonderful experience. Okay, let's talk about this SEAP, this Southeast Asian and Japanese Youth Program. Ano yung history nito? Kasi it's not a new program, understand? It's over 4 decades,
Yes, already.
diba? And you know, and it's gone through a lot of changes also over the years, and a lot of alumni. Kaya ngayon sinabi mong you guys set up this SEAP Philippines, the International Philippines, in 2007. Kasi nga, ang dami nyo nang sumali. As I understand, there's about 25 to 30 Filipinos every year.
Every year.
Since
So,
1974, basically.
Yes.
Di ba?
So roughly around mga 2,000 members na ang meron. So it started in 1974 when the Cabinet Office of Japan sponsored the cruise ship. It was coursed through the government ng bawat bansa. No, at that time yung mga 5 ASEAN member countries pa lang plus Japan. Then eventually ngayon 10 na plus Japan.
Oo.
So 1974 yung first batch, mostly noon mga taga-kabataang barangay pa ang nakapag-apply. Kasi noon ang unang platform ng leadership those days ay through kabataang barangay. So maraming mga KB chairman ang nag-apply at sila yung mga naunang na-select to join the program.
Ngayon, ano yung composition, saan nakukuha ngayon yung participants? Kung dati galing sa Kabataan Barangay, ano ngayon yung
Actually
source?
ngayon, mas varied siya. Kasi anyone can apply so long as pasok dun sa age bracket na 18 to 30 years old.
Ah, okay. Very
So,
nice. Very nice.
We came from all over the Philippines, no? Sinisigurado ng National Youth Commission na may balance sa selection. Let's say 1 to 2 per region,
Very
or
good.
depende doon sa volume ng applicants. Let's say kami noon from NCR, 3 kaming napili kasi mas maraming applicants that time sa NCR.
Okay.
So, yun yung selection.
That's good, no? Para at least, because as I understand, sa ganitong cruise ship, you get to interact with, as you mentioned, di ba, yung mga delegates from 10-member, the other 9-member ASEAN states, no?
Yes.
So parang you are de facto ambassadors of goodwill,
yeah.
no? For our own country. And you're supposed to project ano ba ang kultura natin, ano ba yung lipunan natin, etc., no?
Actually, ang Pilipinas kasi masyadong, kumpara sa ibang bansa, diverse yung cultural background. No?
Okay.
Dahil
Compared to,
we're-
let's say,
for
yung
example, Laos, being
Oo.
a landlocked country, compared doon.
Cambodia, for
Oo,
instance.
Sobrang dami
Oo.
nating, kahit yung pagsalita lang, language ng mga Pilipino, iba-iba na. Tapos yung konsepto nila ng mga iba't ibang bagay, particular sa ASEAN member countries, iba-iba din. So yun pa lang, yung bago kasi kami pumunta sa ship, meron muna kaming 1 month na magkakasama kami. So yun yung adjustment period pa lang. So that, when we go out the Philippines,
smooth sailing na.
at saka united kami. Ibig sabihin,
Siyempre,
hindi
oo.
nagkukontra-kontra masyado yung aming mga pananaw. Kasi yun dapat yung idea niya.
Kumbaga, one mission na kayo, you're all on board the program, di ba? Na alam nyo ang gagawin nyo, unified na yung pag-isip nyo at yung goals nyo, malinaw.
Actually, per year, meron batch name din. Ang batch name namin that time is Batch Saligan.
How come?
After the
Bakit Saligan?
term, trust, dignity, and optimism. So, yun.
Very
Kasi
nice.
whenever na medyo feeling na namin, nakakapagod na, wala ng tulog, ang sabi namin is salig lang. Meaning you can trust anyone from the group and you can move forward.
They have your back, kumbaga.
Yeah,
Di ba?
oo.
I got
So,
your
yun
back.
yung masaya doon.
Very nice, very nice. Alam mo, Aaron, it's so nice nga na the Japanese government has programs like this. Marami actually silang magandang programa na goodwill.
Yes.
And I think ayan talaga yung origin ng mission and vision to promote goodwill, no, among not just with Japan and member states, but even among member states of ASEAN. And because you guys who are participants are future leaders of your countries, no? And so it's really, kumbaga, nag-i-invest sa future harmony and friendship among nations.
Actually, yung idea nga nun, marami sa selection process pa lang, may mga politicians din minsan or anak ng mga politicians or working in the government sa ibang countries, ganun din ang selection. So, ngayon, ang idea niya, after 20 to 30 years, syempre, ine-expect na kami din yung mag-hold ng mga key positions sa government or sa mga private or sa NGOs, magkakaroon ng mutual trust at mas maganda yung samahan, hindi lang sa bansa natin, kundi sa ibang bansa din. So, ganun.
And as we'll see later, when Roy comes aboard and we'll talk about yung experiences, the actual experiences, the good, and I wouldn't say the bad, but the difficult
Yeah.
experience, or the challenging experiences when he comes aboard second and third segment. Through that, siguro nagkakaroon kayo ng bond, yung alumni ninyo. So I guess even those who were 30 years ago, 35, 40 years ago, you can relate because you have the same experience, no?
Actually, meron nga kaming tinatawag na SEA sick. Literally, ang ibig sabihin ng seasick, syempre sa barko, maggalaw
Yes.
lalo na mula Philippines going to Vietnam sa Pacific Ocean, maggalaw, maraming nagsusuka. So, ang tawag namin doon is seasick. No? Pero pagbaba ng board, mas challenging pala yung tinatawag na SEAP sick. Na kapag nakausap mo yung alumnus na 30 years ago na, as if parang kahapon lang siya sumakay at bumaba ng barko. Sa mga kwento, very vivid, candid yung pagkakakwento, at yung mga karanasan nila doon.
Very nice. Very close ba yung group niyo? Kasi as you mentioned, there's about 30, 25 to 30, 40, over 40 batches na. This batch, which is leaving, very timely our show.
Yes.
Kasi alis sila na October
October 23.
23. This is the 45th batch, so we're
45th
talking about
batch.
over 1,200 alumni. No?
Yeah.
So, how close is the group
Well,
with each
syempre
other?
sa umpisa, meron talaga yung mga click kung tinatawag. No? Meron talagang personality loner, meron namang friendly. Pero after nung ship, or during the ship perhaps, talagang naging bonded. Kasi meron kaming mga ginagawa, like halimbawa, in National Day presentation where we're supposed to perform for an hour sa audience. No? Kahit na hindi namin halimbawa merong disgusto, we need to be united to present that. Kasi otherwise,
Of course.
pag pumalpak yung isa, papalpak kami lahat. Halimbawa, yung hindi naman lahat sumasayaw eh. Merong in charge na tag sa sounds or sa lights. Ako noon that time, ang in charge ako sa pagpoproduce ng mga bamboos. Minsan yung sa may 30 seconds lang na kailangan magpalit ng damit. Ako yung magtatanggal ng damit. Ganun lang.
Production
ako.
team ka pala.
Yeah,
Oh.
logistics ang aking
Logistics.
team. Pero I don't feel bad that time kasi feeling ko lahat ng role namin, whether it's small or big, kahit hindi ko yung nasa harap, significant siya.
Oh naman. I mean, you're part of a team, and
Yes.
everyone has his own role, di ba, to play. Okay, then, we'll reserve a talking about the what happens on board the ship and the activities for when Roy joins us. But quickly, let's talk about paying it forward. I understand that pagkatapos ng program, you guys have a project that will actually, giving back to society, so to speak.
Yeah. Actually, hindi naman siya obligatory, but we felt the need to pay it forward. Kasi parang we're so fortunate na among so many youths in the Philippines, kami yung na-select, no? Tapos masyadong masaya, parang ang laki-laki ng investment sa amin. So ngayon, we are representing the less fortunate and marginalized people in the Philippines na kami masarap ang kinakain sa barko, sila nga nagkakaroon ng struggle kung anong kakainin nila for a day. So kami, with our own means and sponsorship, nag-launch kami ng tinatawag naming Project Shine. No? Kasi nung nasa barko kami, yung aming pinaka-theme song is Shine Pilipinas. No? So we coined it the term Project Shine, an acronym for Sustaining Homes Through Institutionalization, Nutrition, and Education.
Very nice.
So it's more on educating them on how to be healthy, not only yung mind nila, but also yung kanilang kalusugan.
Ang gandang
At
project.
institutionalized, meaning it's not a one-shot deal or dole out. Kasi karamihan sa mga proyekto sa Pilipinas ng mga NGOs, basta mag-donate kayo ng ganyan, tapos na. So sa amin, we partnered with barangay, signing of memorandum of agreement or understanding so that binding siya at merong ugnayan sa local government. Actually, ang mas proyekto namin is to link these tribes or community na pinili namin para mas tulungan sila ng government. Kasi we alone, we cannot sustain that.
Of course,
So, mas sustainable kapag nakalink sila
May
sa tamang
partners
government.
kayo na institutional
Yes,
partners.
oh.
In fact, Aaron, we have a video we're going to show now of Project Shine so that our viewers can have an idea what this is paying it forward of Batch Saligan
Saligan,
all about.
yes.
Let's have the video.
Is it on, the video?
I just can't sleep tonight, knowing that things ain't right. It's in the papers, it's on the TV, it's everywhere that I go. Children are crying, soldiers are dying, some people don't have a home.
Project Shine. Anong estado ng Project Shine today?
So, bali, nung sinimulan siya, we catered dun sa Luzon, sa Badiao community sa Batangas. The following year, we launched it yung Sok sa Docs sa Sarangani, Blaan tribe naman. No? Tapos this year, I think that was 2 months ago, we went to Naga sa Cebu
Very
to aid naman yung Ati community. So parang ito yung Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So dun sa pinaka-recent namin sa Ati community, meron kaming mga current scholars, 7 of them na nasa senior high school na going to college. We try to financially aid them. Not so big naman, but just to sustain yung transportation nila. So ongoing na yon. Plus, we have installed mga computers doon kasi kailangan din ng mga bata. So doon
Very
naman
good.
sa ibang projects namin, meron ding water, yung toilet na in-install. Tapos doon sa Sarangani province, we're trying to have yung library, yung mga books. Yun ang medyo mas challenging kasi it took us 3 hours na nakasakay sa truck kasi mountainous na talaga para ma-aid yung Bilaan tribe doon.
Very good, Aaron, and congratulations
Yeah.
to Saligan,
Yeah.
batch 42
Yes.
of SEAP Philippines. Aaron, we have paused for a break, pero pagbalik natin, Roy Roberto will join us, and he's your batchmate in batch 42.
Batch Saligan din.
Batch Saligan, and we'll talk about the experience naman of what is it like to be part of this program, paano ba kayo napili, at paano kayo pwedeng mag-apply.
Okay.
So guys, stick around because more of the International Love Boat when Global Village returns.
There was somebody somewhere. Let me love in the dark. Now I know my dream will live on. I've been waiting so long. Nothing's gonna tear us apart. And love is gonna keep going buong mundo, ipagbunyi sa buong mundo. Halina kayo, ating sayawin, musikang Pilipino ating awitin.
Narito po tayo ulit sa Global Village. Ako po ang host ninyo, si Consul Buddy Cunanan. Topic po natin ngayon ay the International Love Boat. And para ako si Tulfo nun, International Love Boat. And joining us still is Aaron Tolentino, and he is the Board Secretary of SEAP International Philippines. At kasama po natin si Engineer Roy Joseph Roberto. Batchmate po niya sa 42nd Ship for Southeast Asian and Japanese Youth Program, batch sa Ligan. Welcome, Aaron, and of course, Roy, welcome to Global Village.
Thank you so much at maraming salamat, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga minamahal na taga-subaybay.
Thank you very much, sir. Let's talk about yung background mo, Roy. You're engineer. Ano klaseng engineer po kayo?
Electronics engineer.
And aside from this, involved ka sa Global Climate Nexus Exchange Limited and Climate Justice Fellow ka ng Climate Tracker.
Yeah.
Mukhang very involved ka talaga sa ating kapaligiran and itong very important topic of climate change.
Yes, I think regardless of our profession, we have to do something in order for us to protect and preserve the environment, especially in the threats of climate change. And that's exactly what we're doing in Global Nexus. It's a global business hub headquartered in Lancashire, England.
Wow.
And Climate Tracker is actually a group of environmental advocates and climate advocates globally. So we publish articles about climate change, climate issues, and youth-led solutions that actually help address the threats of climate change so that we can foster climate action among young people so they can step up their level of participation in climate-related activities and advocacies.
Sa ship, I'm sure major topic yan dun sa mga workshops ninyo, no? Yung environment and climate, absolutely, no? And as we can see, yung backgrounds nyo very diverse. Education, ikaw engineer involved in climate change awareness. So, and it really goes to show, and nakita nga natin sa video earlier, very diverse talaga yung backgrounds coming from all regions and different professions, different livelihoods, advocacies, and all that. No? Okay, let's talk about the video first that we saw at the end of the first segment. And it seems like it really is yung focus talaga, one of the prime areas of focus na itong grupo ninyo, this program, is really cultural exchange. No? A lot of dancing, a lot of performances, and all that. No? And would you say, Aaron, that's correct? It really is a focus. One of the main focus talaga is really, primary focus is culture.
Kasi when you reflect on the dances and songs ng Pilipinas, doon mo makikita yung kultura. Let's say meron tayong dances sa panliligaw, may dances sa paglilibing, etc. No? So, yun yung isa sa mga pride ng Pilipinas pag lumalabas. And also, we can share kung ano din yung mga dances nila kasi yun yung pinaka parang window to share yung cultural exchanges. Pero more than that, is dun yung lalim ng ano ba ang identidad or pagkakakilanlan ng isang bansa. Doon natin malalaman na, kaya pala ganyan yung mga dances nila kasi malapit sila sa fishing village. O ito pala yung mga ganito, puro pagtatanim kasi nasa mountainous area sila. So, yun yung unang point. Kasi pag masyado tayong agad na hardcore na, ito ang Pilipinas, ganito, ganyan, it will be very difficult. Pero pag ang entry point natin is medyo light, eventually mas mauunawaan mo yung pagkaakilanlan natin.
Alam mo, I'm so glad you're in education, Aaron, kasi tawag dyan, soft diplomacy.
Yeah.
Di ba? Di ba? Soft diplomacy. Doon muna tayo sa kultura. Something feel good, something that's not controversial and all that. And talagang showcase the beauty of your country's heritage. No?
Right.
Now, you guys, iba-ibang, obviously very diverse backgrounds. How did you come together sa program nito? Si Aaron said earlier that in the first batch, dating mga KB members yung sumasali. Ngayon, it's open to everyone, all Filipinos, 18 to 30 years old, from any background.
Yes.
Now, as an engineer, Roy, how did you find out about itong program na to?
It's actually being advertised by the National Youth Commission, and it opens. The application opens every March, I think, every year. So I think I'm really, into youth advocacy. So I really try to find opportunities for me, and nakita ko talaga yung SEAP as endorsed by National Youth Commission, and I really got interested because it's really, like the peace-building efforts of the Japanese embassy and of the Japanese government, and knowing that peace has culture dimensions. I think it's really important for us to integrate cultural exchange programs in its peace-building efforts, incorporated with socio-political initiatives. And at the same time, hindi naman pwedeng puro na lang infrastructure projects. Kailangan din ng cultural exchange programs so that you can actually effectively maintain peace, perhaps between Japan and the Philippines.
Alam mo, ang ganda ng topic natin ngayon because last week we were talking about the Sustainable Development Goals
Yeah.
with Cecil Guidote Alvarez, and we all know who she is, a prime mover in the cultural arts scene dito sa Pilipinas. And we talked about that exactly, using culture for peace initiatives
Yeah.
and for environment initiatives, for bringing peoples together and tackling conflict, for instance. No? So ito yung Japanese government program na to, very timely talaga. Diba? And especially now in the South China Sea, West Philippine Sea, there's a lot of major issues going on now. And so if we can invest in the young people, you guys, it'll really go, it's an investment in the future. No?
Yes.
Aaron, how did you find out about this program? Because I know that you were connected with the NYC,
Yeah.
National Youth Commission, for a while, no? Back in the time of President
So,
Arroyo.
in 2010, actually, kami din yung medyo involved sa pag-screen ng mga papers. So, I was interested.
May inside
talaga.
track ka na pala.
Oo. But actually, hindi naman agad nag-work yun. Kasi nung nag-apply ako in 2013, hindi ako natanggap. Somebody is, I think, better than me based on the selection process. So after 2 years, nag-apply ako ulit. Actually, it's my second time. So, kasi kailangan dito, rank 1 ka talaga sa lahat ng mga... So, halimbawa, kung 20 kayo nag-apply, you're supposed to be rank 1 dun sa region mo, tapos ikaw yung mapipili. So, siguro sabi ko, baka hindi ko pa time at the time. So, ngayon. So, syempre, taga-NYC, so, nalaman ko yung mga information. Of course,
But it's still, it took you two applications
Yes.
before nakasali ka talaga. How about you, Roy? Was this your first go?
Yeah, first go.
Talagang ano. Yeah. Very talented man. Roy Roberto. Okay, let's talk about the kind of people this program looks for. As you mentioned, you came from the NYC, National Youth Commission, and yet it took you 2 applications bago ka nakasali. Who are they looking for? What kind of people is this program tailor-made for, kumbaga?
Actually, ang hinahanap nila dyan is yung versatility at saka yung who can best represent the country. No? So, ibig sabihin yung typical na kabataang Pinoy na merong pagmamalaki sa kanyang tinubuang lupa. So, parang ganun yun. No? So, nung sinelect kami, syempre, nandun na yung academic background na dapat medyo maganda yung credentials mo. Tapos, you're supposed to be endorsed by a youth organization. Yun yung number 1. Kasi you're supposed to be representing your youth org sa program. Kasi yun yung nila, yung mandate. So, after noon, nagkaroon ng screening, interview, tapos yung napili na, yung candidates na kami, nag-go through kami sa isang almost 2 weeks na training program. We call that pre-departure training or PDT. So doon, medyo rigorous ang training, pati pagkain namin, kalkulado, pagdadamit. Minsan meron kaming attire change, mga 5 to 6 times in a day. Nagpunta kami sa isang standard swimming pool para pag hindi ka nakatalon doon, syempre medyo bawas points yun kasi babiyahe kami, di ba? So kailangan marunong kami sa mga emergencies. So how to survive, mga ganun. Yeah, so yun yung mga pinagdaanan namin.
How about you, Roy? What are your memorable experiences from the application process? Kasi ika nga, sabi nga ni Aaron, marami kayong pinagdaanan. Not just the vetting process na pipiliin kayo. Sabi nga niyo, you have to be the number 1. You have to be the top rank from your region. After that, meron pang training program na 2 weeks. So this is a lot of work, huh?
Yes, and actually it's really like an emotional roller coaster for me. Kasi some people say I have a very strong personality, and sometimes pag nai-immerse ako with other leaders with strong personalities as well,
Yes.
medyo nagiging deviant. So maybe that's what I learned from this program. Like you need to try or at least learn how to follow orders from other youth leaders such as yourself. So I think in order for the batch to be successful or effective in doing its activities, kailangan talagang may unity. Hindi pwedeng stand out ka because you're representing your country as a batch. Hindi lang ikaw ang representative ng bansang Pilipinas. And you cannot stand out by yourself. So kailangan you really have to blend in with your friends, with your batchmates. And that's how it works. Kailangan diplomatic at all times. And kailangan you learn how to show care for other people as well.
I mean, you are part of a team, no? And so it's
yeah.
one big production, and then I see you can see some videos now. These are scenes of typical scenes of what goes on in this international love boat, so to speak. Of course, there's some scenes of partying, but there's also some scenes of work, no? And showcasing culture and all that. Now, as I mentioned before we came on, there seems to be a huge cultural component, a lot of singing, a lot of dancing. During the vetting process, the application process, kasama ba yun? Did they ask you to sing and dance? I mean, were you required to show your prowess in traditional singing and dancing?
Yeah, actually ako nun, sinayaw ko ay Karinyosa, tapos kumanta din ng isang English and isang Filipino. So,
Okay. Roy, how about you?
Ako, I don't think dancing and singing are my most prominent skills, but still, I made it through the application process. So I think kailangan mo lang ipakita dun sa mga organizers na you're happy with what you do and you're really willing to learn.
And you're
all
willing to
this
give
stuff.
A for effort.
A for effort, yeah, it's key.
Wait, we have a video of you guys actually dancing during one of your presentations. I think it is in Myanmar or so, yeah, Myanmar. So let's have a video. Ang galing naman ng batch 42, batch Saligan. So, you guys said na hindi kayo marunong sumayaw, pero you could have fooled me. Look at that video. Pro job, pro job. Now, it seems like a lot of work, no? Because even carrying off a performance like that, a lot of practice goes into that, no?
Actually, nung
Time, effort.
gabi na yan, mga wala pang tulog, kailangang practicein kasi sunod-sunod, very hectic yung schedule. At meron lang isang marunong sumayaw, tapos instructan and to follow. Actually, may mas challenging yan kasi gumagalaw yung boat, ano. Nung sumayaw kami ng singkil, so naglalaglag pa yung kasama namin kasi sinampa siya. So kami yung bamboo clapper tsaka taga bitbit. So kailangan mag-balance. So yun yung medyo interesting.
And elaborate costumes. You came really
Yes.
fully prepared. The women were in their saya, di ba? Barot saya. You were in your Barong Tagalog. You know, so very. It was a production, no?
Yeah.
Really
kasi
nice
part
production.
of respect din kasi sa culture na you're not supposed to deviate dun sa original niyang itsura. Kasi meron din kaming talagang galing sa IP community na sinasabi, eto yan. Sabi nga, wag daw costume. Dapat ang term namin is attire. Kasi
yes.
meron siyang particular na kulay, paano sinusuot, yun, mga ganun, para culturally sensitive. So, in doing that, bago kami sumayaw, ini-internalize na ito pala dapat ang gagawin. Pati yung paggalaw lang ng kamay, meron pala mga kahulugan yon. So, we need to be very strict on that.
Very good. Guys, you gotta pause for a break, pero pagbalik natin, pag-usapan natin ang the other experiences on board the ship, and we'll talk about the challenges and your most memorable experiences aboard SEAP's 42nd cruise ship, International Love Boat, and why it's called the International Love Boat.
Oh, interesting.
Guys, stick around because babalik po tayo mamayang konti at our topic is the International Love Boat, so stay tuned.
Sa bawat kilos mo tala, damdamin mo'y sumisigaw. Ang ganda mo'y sumasaya.
Welcome back to Global Village. Ako po yung host nyo, Consul Buddy Cunanan. Topic po natin ngayon ay the International Love Boat. And joining us still are yung dalawang delegado po ng 42nd batch ng SEAP, and that is Saligan, Batch Saligan. We have Aaron Tolentino and Roy Joseph Roberto. Aaron, Roy, welcome back to our last segment. And yun yung video pinalabas natin ay batch ninyo.
Yeah.
And I want to say na compliment you on the beautiful attire and the formal dress you had, kasi we've been showing the three batches that came ahead of you, no? 43, pinakita natin 44, 43, and huli sa inyo. And that tells us a bit about the beautiful Barong Tagalogs and yung mga saya ng mga babae.
Actually, it was designed by our co-delegate na nagtatrabaho na ngayon sa NEDA na taga Coronadal. So it's from Matibuli tribe, yung Tinalak, no? So may accent, Barong pa din kasi it's more on fusion din, no? With respect to originality din. Barong siya pero may Tinalak na accent. So yun yung medyo maganda. So,
Very nice, very
dinisign niya.
nice. Oh. So pwede pala yun, pwede mong i-hybrid ng konti yung national dress para lang to have some sort of originality.
Yes,
It's allowed.
Pwede naman po.
And you guys, napansin ko rin, we saw mga batchmates niyo and also previous, future, succeeding batches, no? Pare-pareho yung mga suit niyo. Talagang
May
standard yan.
resemblance.
You have to have a uniform, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
All the same.
I think one of the values that we're fostering in SEAP is the essence or the spirit of uniformity. Kasi you're representing the entire Philippines. So you have to be uniform at all times. And it shows the batch's harmony, the batch's unity, and how you're able to, come up with a one picture together as a batch.
Now, itong program na to, this ship, originally it was 40 days when it was first conceived, no? 4 decades ago, over 4 decades ago. Ngayon, 50 days na siya. And as I understand, it's all expenses paid by the Japanese government. Wala kayong cash out dito. No money paid up. I mean, you guys didn't pay any fees, ano yung gastos ninyo dito?
Yun. Siguro more on a personal note naman, yung gaso. Siyempre, papasalubong. Pero yung mga attire namin,
Oo.
kasi mahirap maglabas sa ship. So, ang binigay lang ng government is yung one set of A1, yun yung formal, plus B1 yung cultural, tsaka C1, yun yung medyo relaxed ng konti. So, we try to have a different accent. Halimbawa, for this week, ang necktie natin is color brown, galing sa Baguio. Next week, ganito. So, yung mga ganon, kung nakukuha namin sa sponsorship, mas maganda. Pero kung hindi, meron kaming mga nilalapitan to help us out. Mga ninong, ninang, kamag-anak, ganyan.
So yung attire nyo, that's all up to the delegates.
Yes.
So that's something that lahat kayo have to provide, find funds for or
Yes.
source sponsors for. How many sets of, kasi itong si Aaron, ang dami binanggit, A1, B1, C1, ilang ano ba yan? Ilang change of costume ba yan?
I think 6 yata.
Wardrobe
6.
change.
6.
Wow.
We have 6.
And these are what you wear during formal occasions
Yeah.
or basta may formal function, you wear these uniforms.
Yun ang uniform natin.
Hindi, ang
Those
dami
are just
yung
the
dalang damit.
standards, yes.
Hindi, ang dami yung dalang damit.
Opo, actually, yun din yung isa namin na kong sponsorship, which may committee, kasi nag-form kami ng mga committees, logistics. So dahil hindi ako marunong sumayaw, sige, logistics, dun pala ako maaasahan. So nag-request kami sa airline na sagutin yung dagdag naming box. So ako yung bahala sa mga boxes. So per pair, merong 2 balikbayan box na assigned from them. Tapos yung mga sapatos, mga ganon, dun ko pinalagay. Tsaka yung mga damit ng babae, sobrang bulky. So kailangan
Yes. Oh
magkakasama.
naman, the gowns,
The
di ba,
gowns,
and
mas
all
bagay
that.
kasi sila.
Oh, yung ate madali lang eh. Oh, di ba, madali lang. Oh. Now, syempre, yung mga delegates, different walks of life yan, di ba? Different economic
Yes.
backgrounds. Paano yung halimbawa, of course, meron dyan mas may means, meron dyan mas challenged. How do you do? Do you solve it as a group or kanya-kanyang bayaran yan lang ng gastos for the 6 sets of uniforms?
Well, to be honest, meron lang silang may pineg kami na ito yung mga gagastosin natin. So, based on the total, ito yung posible nating dapat i-contribute for the batch. Pero wala namang point blank statement na pag hindi mo na-reach tong a certain amount na to, hindi ka nasasali. But more on, it's a shared responsibility kasi for 1 month na nandito kami lahat sa Maynila, kumakain, ganon, and yun na yung sagot na namin. So parang you
Okay.
just pay your share
Okay.
kasi you'll be using it din naman sa onboard.
Okay. Now, Roy, I want to ask you,
Yeah.
title of our show tonight, of course, we're focusing on SEAP, but it's called the International Love Boat. Alam mo, pag sinasabing Love Boat, naalala ng mga tao yung series dati, Love Boat, di ba?
Yes, yes.
Bakit, ipaliwanag natin sa audience, bakit Love Boat? Ako kanina sinasabi ko Friendship Boat, pero apparently it's taken a new nickname. Ngayon,
Yeah.
Love Boat na siya. Bakit siya Love Boat?
Oh wow, where do I begin? So dati friendship boat, ngayon love boat. Because I think SEAP, compressing like 300 individuals on a ship for over 50 days in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. What else can you do but to, love and create bonds? And I think, marami, I heard, there are a lot of stories na, for example, pag bago sumampa ng barko, they are in a current relationship with someone else. And then after the program, may bago na. So it's really, like high drama on board.
Of course. I mean, 50 days together
Yeah.
on board, as you mentioned, secluded kayo, on a ship, diba? And you have close interaction with different people. It's human nature. It's gonna
And of
happen.
course, apart from the romantic relationships that we're having on board, syempre, even more important to that, yung talagang friendship or bond that you're creating with other nationalities. Because that's exactly the purpose of SEAP, is to socialize, to immerse yourself into the rich culture of Southeast Asia and Japan, and to actually establish long-lasting relationships with these people na after ng program, makakasalumuha mo pa din. Hanggang ngayon, for example, I'm going to Thailand, I'm going to Indonesia. I have friends there who are willing to host me, and that's, I think, one of the greatest takeaways for me personally from SEAP.
There's about 300 delegates every
Yes,
batch, no?
every batch.
Are you close to all 300 or hindi naman siguro? It's impossible, no?
medyo
Ano yung usual? I mean, how close does yung programs and activities, they bring you in touch with certain number of people? How many do you think realistically do you get to be close to? I mean, it's easier now because of Facebook, no, social media, all that. But 50,
Mga ganon.
mga ganun, no? Kasi syempre,
Pero meron kang immediate close. Kasi meron kaming tinatawag na SG group, yun yung solidarity group. There's another group is discussion group. So yung mga ganon, mga 30 to 50 yung members per group. Kasi nga para mas magkaroon ng cultural exchange. So in doing that, yun yung mas naging ka-close namin.
okay, let's talk about quickly the life on board the ship. Kasi pag sinabing 50 days on board the ship, anong ginagawa niyo for 50 days? I mean, syempre, is it packed? Are your days packed? As in,
sobra.
structured and all that?
Katulad na sabi ko kanina, meron kaming halos 6 or 5 to 6 attire change. So morning, pag natapat na kami ang host ng flag hoisting, that's a formal ceremony na papasok yung mga flags tapos kakantahin yung national anthem ng isang bansa. No? So buong so 11 times nang ginagawa namin yun. After that, meron na kaming mga discussion groups, yun yung divided into several topics based on MDGs and now Sustainable Development Goals. So education, environment, youth entrep, gano'n. So naka-divide kami doon. After that, meron kaming mga voluntary activities na hosted na ng iba't ibang bansa.
What do you mean by voluntary activities?
Hindi siya mandatoring puntahan,
Okay.
pero kanya-kanyang bansa mag-host, tapos isang place. Halimbawa kami, ang hinost namin is Pasko sa Pilipinas.
Oh,
Mga
very
ganon.
unique. Oh, very
kasi
unique.
mag-Christmasan.
Oh.
Because not all countries are celebrating Christmas, especially
Especially.
Muslim countries. So pero nandun sila na para ano nga ba? It's one part of kasi cultural exchange. So yung mga ganun. Meron naman yung tea ceremony sa Japan o mga paggawa halimbawa ng mga laro, mga ganyan. So yun.
How much free time did you have, Roy, on board the ship?
Not much. I think binigyan lang kami ng 1 or 2 days free time. And perhaps siguro after the regular activities like yung mga nabanggit ni Aaron, meron kaming mga konting, us time dun sa barko with our cabin mates, with our friends.
Define us time. 1 hour, 2 hours?
Yeah, a few hours perhaps.
Wait. Let's rewind a little bit. You said they gave you 1 or 2 days. So in the 50 days, more or less, the 2 days off lang kayo.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. So, and I'll tell you why it's surprising, because back when I was much younger, years and years ago, one of my friends would tell me about this peace boat. Akala ko parang parang enjoy lang ganyan, and it's something that's very relaxed, but it sounds very hectic. Yung
Well,
schedule
it
nila.
sounds taxing, pero pag nandun ka, parang you won't even feel the exhaustion kasi you're so full of energy, gusto mo makipagkilala sa iba't ibang nationalities, you want to bond with other people. And in fact, I think on a lighter note, meron din doon tayong tinatawag na grand bath medyo interesting siya kasi it's a Japanese style bath, parang onsen. And kumbaga, I think sa Japanese tradition, that's why they take a bath naked, parang to
And you guys did that.
100% naked.
Did you guys do it in your
Yeah.
birthday
I had to
suits?
do it. I had to do it.
Okay. Well, that goes to
Yeah,
show talagang
parang-
close na kayo.
Yes,
Kung
yes.
kaya mong gawin yun with
Yes.
your batchmates. Now, okay, quickly, most memorable experience on the ship, Aaron. What was the top experience for you?
Yung pagbababa na ng mga gamit. Kasi yung ibang mga contingent na groups, nagtatapon sila ng mga gamit kasi hindi na kaya. Sobrang dami memorabilia. Like, for example, ako, I was able to receive 200 items kasi ang daming friends ko doon sa board na nagbigay. So, how can I fit that to the box? So, ang memorable sa akin doon, paalis na yung bagahe namin, nag-empake pa kami. Kasi sa sobrang dami. So, yun yung medyo memorable sa akin. So, on the lighter note, syempre, yung mga National Day presentation, dahil nagsusuot kami ng damit ng ibang bansa. So, kada gabi, iba-iba yung aking national attire.
Very good. Roy, quickly, what is your most memorable experience on board the boat?
I think yung I was able to know a lot of people, and kasi lahat doon mga high-achieving people, presidents of organizations, leaders of NGOs. So it's really hard for you to shine, if you will, no? Pero I think I was able to forge long-lasting relationships with at least a lot of people on board. And nakakatuwa na hindi naman ako pageantero dito sa Pilipinas, pero doon I was able to represent my batch in a pageant, and I think I was named as
Pageant.
Mr. Popular.
Bravo, bravo. Well, guys, actually, ang dami ko pang sanang gusto itanong sa inyo, but kinukue na ako ng ating production team na we've come to end this show. But quickly, very quickly, before we go, maybe, Aaron, you can tell the audience how to get information about, for people watching, how do they join this and get the fantastic opportunity to join like you and Roy.
Okay, so you can visit nyc.gov.ph or SI Philippines, and there's information there. No? But basically, by March or April of every year, ay ino-open ito for application. So, yun.
Yes, okay, perfect. And then sana when the batch 45 finishes in December, we can invite them over and talk about their experiences on
Yes,
board the
sure.
ship. I think every ship is a different experience, I guess, no? So guys, thank you very much for coming here and sharing. I wish we had more time. Sadly, we don't. But we'll have you guys here again when batch 45 arrives. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Aaron, of
Thank you
course,
so
thank
much.
you.
Thank
And
you, sir.
Roy, God bless you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. God
Thank you.
bless
Huh?
you.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed International Love Boat tonight on Global Village. Join us again next week here in the show and let us take you around the world. Till then, you all have a good evening.